Heroes of California allow us to interview these great winemakers, and I'm very proud to introduce you now to Joey Tensley. Joey's a 25th vintage, I guess, with Tensley now, started in 1998. Can't believe it's been that long. Joey comes from a great history of winemaking in Santa Barbara County, working with people like Beckman and I'll let Joey tell us a little bit about his background there. But Joey, great to introduce you to the crowd. Great to see you. Thanks for being here.
Well, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Let me take us into the slideshow, Joey, and show people what we've got here. Today in your glass, we're tasting the Tensley 2001 Colson Canyon. This is a Syrah that's grown just to the east of the Santa Maria Valley. Joey, you said it's somewhere maybe up in here.
Yeah, correct. It's called Tepesquay is the road that goes up. It actually runs into, at the end of Tepesquay is the San Luis County border. But our elevation is about 1,400, whereas in the Santa Maria Valley is closer to 600. So it's one of the highest vineyards in Santa Barbara County as far as I know.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, Joey, you got your brand started in 98 after working for a number of famous producers of the 90s, and now 25 vintages in. How much land do you guys farm, own? What is your vineyard situation?
Well, I started the brand in '98 with only 4 barrels, so equivalent to about 100 cases. But now we're well into the 7,000 range. But I own 16 and a half acres at Colson Canyon. I have 2 acres at my house, which we call Tensley Estate. And then I lease another probably 10 or 12. And then we purchase from local growers as well. So
Fantastic.
we do farm quite a bit, but the future would be to farm all of it, but as a first generation, it's hard to jump all in.
No land grant family is backing you up.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Colson Canyon is a very special Syrah. It's been highly reviewed for years. I see some big time scores in the past, and it continues to gain some of the top scores. I'd say dollar for dollar, it is one of the top scoring wines under $50. And this is why we picked it tonight. This is a remarkable wine. We talked about elevation, higher elevation, lower yields, super juicy, concentrated, very impactful fruit. I think you'll love this Colson Canyon. It's been one of my favorites to turn people on to. And what's some of the things you do in winemaking, Joey?
Well, for this wine, we definitely consider ourselves wine growers. I bought the vineyard in 2016, but I've been making the wine out of there since the very beginning. And so 2000 was the first vintage. And then, like I said, I bought it in 16. So we, in the vineyard, are very hands-on, but then the winery, very hands-off. We think the quality of the vineyard is really what speaks. So the only thing that we really add to it other than cultured yeast would be it's about 20% new oak, but the general practice is to bring to the winery. We destem without crushing, goes into these fermenters that you're showing. That's equivalent to a ton and a half of the wood fermenters. Then we hand punch down that 3 times a day, and then we press it straight to barrel for aging. So it's very hands-off style in the winery.
And if for those of you that live in Los Angeles, you have a special opportunity because Joey just opened a tasting room in Brentwood, right around the corner from Baltair Restaurant. A little tasting room. It's really nicely appointed. Great little team there. I even met your son there.
Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah. And a really bright guy, and looks like he's potentially the heir apparent for the Tensley title.
Yeah, he still has a little bit of school left, but he'll be back soon, and he's very interested in the winemaking part of it and the sales part of it, and kind of the whole taking over the brand. So I'm hoping in 10 years I can just, be on the forklift, being the old curmudgeon, telling him what to do.
All right, sounds like a good plan. let's taste this beauty with the group here. It's a 95 pointer from Jeb Dunnick. What type of things should people look for in the glass here, Joey?
Again, first thing that pops out is the color. Straw always has good color, but I mean, this vineyard has exceptional dark color. It's a juicy wine. What I like to say about this wine, what I'm most proud of, it's like it's kind of seamless. It doesn't have any rough edge. A lot of time when you add new oak to it, it can be a little rigid in sections, but I think this one's just nice, juicy, and round, easy to drink. But also, it's ages for 20 plus years. That's kind of my spiel now. Is 25 years ago when I got in this business, people would say, "Oh, these wines are going to age for 20 plus years." But now we've been making Syrah long enough to where we can actually open those wines, and they are age worthy, no problem. 21 vintages got plenty of time in the bottle.
I think I think the pandemic really helped people discover Syrah. And I really think that it kind of lined up well with, the styles that people are making Syrah in California and maybe worldwide too. We see this super beautiful uptake in quality. And maybe Syrah was always that good, but now people are really paying attention to it. It's so generous and great with food. And also, we've had this, real wonderful kind of renaissance in the way we are cooking. A lot of roasted meats just shine with Syrah, and you get some really cool white pepper, smoked meat, a little chocolatey nuance with Syrah. I think it's everything everybody wants in a red wine, and it allows you to drink it whether it's young and juicy or mature and developed. It has a continued story to tell. I really believe that Syrah is something some people still haven't really totally embraced into their wine diet, but should be starting to take some share, especially when you see Cabernets moving towards $200 a bottle, and you could get a bottle like this for under $50. This is just a super high quality food statement. It's a great California story. It's a single vineyard. It's a great Santa Barbara story. And Joey, with 25 years, it has a great reputation. So I'm very proud to represent your brand here, and it's one of my favorites. So please give it a shot, and we'll send some people your way, Joey.
Appreciate it. Have a great day.
Thanks, guys.